Gypsyfae Creations. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm doing a soap that is scented with a fragrance that is very close to my heart. It is an all-time favorite. It is Dragon's Blood, and it is a mixture of patchouli, amber, myrrh, and sandalwood, and it's a blend from Crafter's Choice. And this is my favorite scent because I love the earthy, incensey, like resin smells. That is what I am into. So I want the soap to reflect that, I guess, fragrance in my head. Dragon's Blood. Blood, yes. Dragons, check. So what I'm doing here is I have some really red mica from Nurture, and I've already put my buttermilk powder in there. And I'm going to mix this all together with my kitchen vibrator and see if the color we get is what we want. So let's put in our lye water and sodium lactate solution and give it a whirl. A little more red in there and mix it up just a little bit more. And I'll explain the rest of the concept to you guys. Alright, that looks good. So I'm just going to scrape this because I am done with it. And then scrape down my bowl and add the fragrance to here. And what I wanted to do in this soap is get rid of some scraps. I bevel a lot of my soaps, which means I take a vegetable peeler to the corners of them, and it makes for I guess a better feel, a better look, and a cleaner bar of soap. But then I'm left over with all of these scraps. And every now and then I like to make a confetti soap. So that is one aspect of this soap. The other are these dragons. When I cut the soap, I'm going to put these little embeds on the front of the soap, and these are made out of soap dough that I've painted with gold mica. And I'm going to add my fragrance in here now. There's also some vanilla color stabilizer in here because there is a percentage of vanilla in it. So we're going to mix this up. And typically what I would do with a confetti soap is I would weigh how much of my soap scraps I have and minus that from the recipe total. And I'm not doing that with this one. I figure if there's any left over, I've got this handy dandy soap mold here that I'll just make individual ones. I also have a lot of these soap scraps, and I'm not going to be using them all, although I would love to. So this looks pretty well mixed up, and I'm just going to add these scraps in here. Start with like a handful, and then I'll mix them in. I'm going to try more to fold them in because I don't want them all to break. And then I'll add more. To it. And this is just a personal preference. If you want to make a confetti soap, you can add as much or as little as you want. But when you cut it, you're going to have all kinds of different specs, different colors. These are all the previous soaps I made, so there's a lot of colors in here. Alright. I'll put a little bit more. And I'll call it a day. And what I'll do is I'll bring you in for a closer look as I pour this. Okay, so now I'm just going to plop this in the mold. It smells so good. It's a very comforting smell to me. Some of it's a little clumpy. All right, looking good. And so I'm just gonna give this a tap. I'm going to scrape out a little more of this, and it looks like I'm not going to need that other soap mold. I am just going to let this thicken up a little before I pile it onto the top of it, and then I'll probably put a spoon-like design in the top. So I'll let this sit until it's ready to be cooperative. Okay, so I have everything scraped out and on top here. I just want to even it out, and it thickened up really nicely. Really quick too, which isn't a good thing if you want to do designs with this fragrance, I suppose, but if you're doing what I just did, it works wonderfully. Alright, so this is the part of the soap that I just play with until I get what I want, and never quite sure what I'm going to get, but we'll just go with it. No, don't like it. That edge. I don't know what they are doing around the corner, but it is really loud. It's like a lot of construction, and I don't even know what they're doing. I just hear this grinding noise, and it's a little annoying. All right. I might just continue to play with this, and then we're gonna just speed it up till I get what I want. So the dog had to go outside. I had to stop playing with it. I didn't have a choice. Alright, and then I'm gonna top it off with these sea salt. Dead sea salt. That is what I'm trying to say. That I've put a little bit of brown mica and activated charcoal on, and I'm just going to sprinkle that on top. Kind of got like a strawberry vibe going on here. It's not what I was going for, but it should all tie in together once I cut it. So that looks good. I'm just going to spray this with the isopropyl alcohol, and I will let this sit for about 24 hours, and then I'll come back and cut it, and I'll stick the little dragon guys on there. Alright, time to cut this guy, and it did heat up on me. I can show you. There is a sizable crack down the middle of it, which is fine. It might add to the design, but it did heat up, and I'm going to cut it on its side and hope that I don't get any drag marks in it, and hope that there's no glycerin rivers, and then I'm going to hope that there's no partial gel in there. Yeah, this is a fun soap. Alright, it kind of looks like meatloaf, guys. Meatloaf or Spam or something. Maybe I didn't think this design entirely through, and hopefully I can get it to look a little better when I put the dragon on it. Ay, ay, ay. Oh well. It still smells really good. I feel like it's a scent that men and women can wear. That could just be my like inner boho coming out because I wear these kind of scents. Like I love patchouli. Some people hate it. Yeah, it's not bad though. It smells really good. Or you could be like someone who has a husband like I do, who goes and gets pedicures and is okay with it. We did take the boys, my friend Sarah and her husband and we took the boys to go get pedicures with us. And Bradley was like, well, if Eric does it, I'll do it. And Eric wouldn't have anything to do with it. But Bradley got his feet done and he loved it. Like he thought it was the best thing ever and every guy should go get one because who wants someone to take care of their feet for them? You know, a guy should. All the nasty bits, because you know some guys have really gross feet. They might not take care of them, but if you go get someone else to take care of it, you know, it's amazing. They do a hot stone massage, they give you a clay mask and a sugar scrub. It is really great. So I'm addicted to them. I never used to think that I would be that kind of person, but I am. And now Bradley is. Alright, they're not that bad. I'm going to get the dragons together with some melt and pour and we're going to stick them on there. Okay, so for the dragons, I've just got a little bit of melt and pour in here. And I'm going to take the dragon and I'm going to paint some of that on there, like so. And since it's still soft, the bar is still soft, when I press down and hold it, it should sit in there very nicely. And it's going to look like that. Kind of what I was going for. Not too thrilled with the confetti look. I think next time I'm going to mess around with this a little bit, maybe put some mica lines in there. I don't think the confetti was a great idea, but I'm still digging it because dragon's blood just reminds me of a mix of everything. And I'm just going to keep putting these on here until they're all done. And move on to the next thing. I want to give you guys a little sneak peek at, I think, next week's video. Stay tuned for that because I'm going to address an issue that has been on my mind. And then I'm going to turn that issue into something positive, and I'm going to put a fun and cheeky spin on a fandom soap that is based on a classic old school toy. That's all I'm going to say about that. So don't forget to subscribe so you guys can stay tuned for that. You can even turn on that little notification bell and YouTube will let you know when I've uploaded a video. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment box down below. And until next time, smell you later.